Hey, Scorpio. Ooh, cards already falling out. Before we get into it, all information to work with me is below, one-on-one, and the second part / extended to this reading will also be there where we go through the cards even more. And whatever comes up during the reading, we just go in deeper into those questions, and sometimes I'll say them. So just come along. Capricorn season is a perfect time for you to flourish, for whatever seeds that you may have been planting or planted a while ago, or whatever intentions you put out there, or things that you've been just kind of working towards, gearing towards, preparing for, whatever it is. However you want to utilize that. You now are at this time where there's going to be a big push behind it. And you have a lot of energy for it. The biggest thing is to remember that there is an emphasis right now on that mental preparation, which is also very connected to your spiritual preparation, which is all very connected to everything else. So as this physical form comes to life, and whatever it is that you are determined, you're determined to do, start, finish, wherever you are in the process, there is like that energy of like the home stretch. Like there's so much like amped up and pushing you forward, and it's even if it's just stuff that you on a day-to-day basis here, like if you want to transition jobs or you want to move on from a certain mindset, every day in some capacity, whether it's negative or positive, you hear different things that remind you, okay, I gotta keep going, or okay, it's time to do this, because you have the energy to back it up. You have the mental capacity to back it up. And if you need to, make sure you're doing things to support that side of you, because there will be a lot of mental energy being used, especially in the form of having to maybe create connections or connect to the part of you that can instantly see the fruits. Not just envision it, but you see it coming to life, you see it happening, and you have such a grasp on how this affects you. You're paying very like a great deal of attention, or life is trying to get you to pay a great deal of attention to, and it's very much a 3. There's like singular, and then there's like maybe 2 other people involved in this, that you are connecting the dots. Even if it doesn't feel like it, that's why you're gaining the energy, because you're connecting your dots. Like they don't have to make sense to anybody else. They don't have to make sense even to you right now. But you're like, oh my God, I feel good. Good things are happening. What is this? And you're just kind of like going with it, and you find yourself towards the end, like middle of the month, this energy begins to transmute, and you see, well, it's because so much of this energy beforehand was being maybe dragged down by an old way of being. That this, yeah, your season is about rebirth, but this season for you is about that real rejuvenation, a refreshing perspective on how things can be. That whatever way you may have been shown about what it means to be in a relationship, in family. Whatever it means to be those things, those specific aspects of your life, it doesn't mean that they're held down to only that ever, right? To only ever those ways of being or feeling. There's a change, and it's an adventure. And some of you are really in love, and that's becoming an adventure, and it's actually changing your life a little bit. And to those who don't, who actually can get near a Scorpio and feel their powerful energy when it's not just cold and when it's actually like warm, you realize how much, why they can come off that way is because they have so much they're conserving. They're conserving for this moment in particular. And a lot of you are going through this emotional, mental, spiritual, like, again, that rejuvenation word, but it's like a transmutation that's taking place this month, where you're being shown your ability to take action and how that's improving your health, and it's improving how you feel in general. So, and those two things usually are very connected. You know, there's not a lot of people I say that like feel great and are just miserable. Most of the time people are miserable because they feel like shit, or part of their body is just fucked up and they haven't found like the right answer or the right antidote for it. That's a lot of it. And some people are very even unaware of that, you know. So you being very aware of that this month makes you appreciate something else, makes you not just something else, but the deepening in the faith of that, the deepening of this constant ebb and flow that life has to offer, the depth in which each season brings when we're willing to meet it and meet ourselves in each season and welcome ourselves, and not to sound too fluffy, but really invite ourselves to see and meet ourselves again. You know, even in ways where you thought you could never change, or you didn't want to change, or you always were, it stayed the same. There's a part of you that's just like, you're kind of tired of certain things, whether it's about you and your life, it doesn't matter. You're kind of like, okay, ready for these seeds to grow, and as uncomfortable as it can be, I'm going to take things as they are. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to get out of my comfort zone because I'm now like mentally out of it anyway. And you're feeling even more confident in what's beginning to transpire. And you'll see that even how you treat the people you once knew, there's less attachment to it, because you're wanting to start fresh in your own family dynamic, whatever that means to you, and the way that works for you. You're doing it how you want to, and you're realizing that that's been suppressed, so you've felt this maybe even subtle resentment towards people. You know, that happens. You know, we're human. And it comes to find out that that's healed as you continue to do things the way you want to do them. No one else wrote it for you except for your being in this time and the way that you've interacted with the universe at this time. And you're finding a way to feel both excited about it and can keep being productive about it, and not just going out here and feeling and acting just however you want to, because so much is beginning to produce for you, and all the energy, you're gaining all energy, and you feel like this very intuitive like moment in time that's charged with a lot of energy and the warmth, and people might even see you in a warmer way and even have like a comment to make about you. And you know how you are, so you don't care, like you don't, like you can acknowledge the comments or the whatever verbal backlash or feedback you get, because you know how you are. It doesn't matter what they think or say anyway. It's that they even think to say anything in the first place, right, Scorpio? I mean, so yeah, this month it's about letting those old things die and being ignited by this new way of viewing and owning your life. I think it seems like you really took the last month to really contemplate or really decide, like, okay, if this is going to happen, if I want to keep going and put myself out there and be this phoenix and not just this very fixed sign who is used to their certain comforts, certain income, same thing, but yet you can be so maybe unfulfilled in this. It's like, okay, now you have some seeds, now you can put some energy towards it, maybe even meditate on it, which is also putting energy towards it, seeing yourself thrive, actually seeing it happen in small doses this month on any scale. So whether you're just beginning or you're in the middle or you're really about to, get that climactic action going, you'll see on each level of your life some things even come to fruition very quickly. And it's because there's this healthy attachment to it. And you'll notice how that's very important. And the deepening of knowing who you are. Yeah, you do know that, but about revealing it and going full force after what you want sheds some of the things that you were worried about. Then that becomes even more transparent, clear protection of life. You're on this mission, or you have this goal and you just want to go for it. And now that you're doing that, not only is life supporting you, but it's protecting you along the way because you're being very clear. You're allowing that to come to the forefront so that there are certain places in your life where energy is then gained. Notice how you feel different around certain people and realize how much you were just taking from yourself by not letting yourself have that peace in your life. All right, Scorpio? Take all the pieces. I didn't even read your thing this month. Fill your cup. Wait your turn. Patience before striking. Aces, baby. We didn't get any aces, but that could be it. Just you needed to have some pullback and patience and earth sign before you strike. It's very Capricorn season. It's very much that time to do so. And yes, patience is going to help for sure, but we'll get more into the second part, because it's not just waiting. If we haven't talked about it, we will. All information again to work with me is below, and we'll see you next month.